I've decided to join the ranks of people ranting. Something's got to be done. And maybe this is the answer. Everybody just has to complain on YouTube long enough and somebody will start to listen. But here's a news story that got my goat and got me to plug in this freaking webcam right here. Fox News, supposed to be GOP, supposed to be conservatives, right? Low little government, low taxes, right? Fox News poll, 79% say all Americans should pay income taxes. Really? Well, first of all, not all Americans have income. So this is typical of a Fox viewer poll. They are idiots. There's just no other way around it. Anybody who listens to Fox News or Hannity or any of these freaking retards is an idiot. You are an idiot. If you have no income, how do you pay income tax? And these poor people that don't have income, they pay tax. They get taxed to put in gas. They get taxed to buy their food. They get taxed on their phone bill, their power bill, their cable bill. We pay more tax than any slave on the planet. And guess what? Guess what the rich people will do? The money that they make now, it's called proceeds. Only you pay income. Only you get income. They don't get income. So they won't pay any tax anyway. Just like they don't pay shit now. Taxes are for you and I, for the mutts. Fox News and Romney and all these butt fucks, they don't pay tax. They get their money isn't called income. It's a fee. It's a grant. It's proceeds. It's commission. It's anything but what you and I are classified as. So, a lot of people don't know this, but in the new GOP platform is a VAT tax. Once Romney gets elected, you're going to pay a VAT tax, value added tax, just like Europe. That's so that everybody can pay their fair share, because, the sales tax that you pay now isn't fair enough. So they're going to add a VAT. Now, here's the GOP. Here's the conservatives, the anti-tax. All they are is another arm of the European Union. They are sold out to foreign bankers, and they are stealing our money and shipping it overseas. And guess what? We cheer. We cheer that they do that to us. We love it. Yay! Let's donate. I'm going to donate money to elect a guy who's going to steal my money and send it to Europe. And when I don't like it, they're going to hit me in the head with a stick. Fox News. What a joke. 79% say everyone should pay something, according to a Fox News poll released Thursday. That includes 85% of Republicans, 83% of independents, and 71% of Democrats. Well, isn't that great? It's just, we're all begging for more tax. That's the conclusion. So, they might as well give us what we want. Here you go. This is from September 1st. GOP shocker, value-added tax plank. Measure which would require repeal of federal income tax has no chance of passage. Contrasts with positive GOP proposals for investors. The 2012 Republican platform calls for a complete overhaul of the federal tax system. No surprise there. But then it endorses a value-added tax or a national sales tax as one possible solution to the nation's budget problems. This is shocking. This is from Barron's, by the way. The VAT would be adopted only if it is accompanied by the simultaneous repeal of the 16th Amendment, which establishes the federal income tax, the platform states. A Republican-controlled Congress passed that amendment in 1909, and the states ratified it in 1913. Go figure. The tax was aimed squarely at the ultra-wealthy. You know, isn't that funny how my entire life I've heard it's for the children and tax the wealthy. And in the 45 years I've been alive, and in that time, the children have become retarded. And the wealthy pay less now than they ever have. The more they scream tax the rich, the richer the rich get. Isn't that weird? Removal of the 99-year-old tax amendment is so unlikely that the platform plank seems facetious. As for the VAT, perhaps it was inserted in the documents for yucks too. A mere 2 years ago, VAT was an obscenity in GOP circles. Go figure. The Republican National Committee, which produced the 2012 platform in 2010, vigorously attacked the value-added tax after Obama advisor Paul Volcker said a VAT or a carbon tax might be needed to narrow the budget deficit. Ooh, isn't that something? There they go agreeing again. Democrats and the Republicans. Isn't that so weird? They're so opposed, aren't they? That they seem to agree to bomb poor people and to tax us. They can't. The one thing they disagree on is when you should be allowed to kill a baby. That's about it. That's our entire political system is based on when it's okay to kill a baby. Other than that, they're exactly the same. The RNC assumed that the Democrats would add the regressive VAT to existing taxes and consequently soak the middle class. What middle class? Here you go. What is a VAT? It's a sales tax used mainly by the Europeans. And that's working so well over there, huh? Yeah, those guys are doing great. That layers taxes on a product at each stage of manufacture and distribution, from raw material to final sale. The Nonpartisan Tax Foundation offers this example. Take a wooden table sold at retail at a 10% VAT rate. The lumber company sells the wood to the furniture maker for $50, paying $5 or 10% of $50 to the government. The furniture maker sells the table to the retailer for $120, sending $7 to the government. The retailer sells the finished table to a customer for $150, sending $3 more to the government. The total tax paid is $15 or 10% of the final retail price. The scheme is supposed to reduce consumption and encourage savings. And yeah, I guess so, huh? Isn't that something? If you wanted to reduce consumption and encourage savings, yeah, what choice would you have if you just made everything $1 billion, right? Why don't you just do that? If you wanted to discourage people from buying anything, price it in planets. You need 3 Venuses to buy that loaf of bread. Okay, better get to work. Socialism, isn't that neat? Well, this all sounds like a way to protect a bunch of shit for the people sitting on top of the hill, right? You know, that way you can't afford to buy tables, but they got tables. Yeah, they got corn, they have food, you know, they got water. Oh, there's a VAT tax on water. You know, good luck. Advocates could say a VAT reduces evasion because it's harder for 3 entities to avoid paying a $15 tax than it is for one. Evasion. According to the data released by the IRS in January based on 2006 data, the estimated gap between taxes actually owed and those paid is $385 billion. Okay, so we're going to jump through all these hoops to pick up $385 billion that the politicians will squander in 15 minutes. $385 billion won't even cover the Egyptian cotton toilet paper that they use in the shitters on Capitol Hill. $385 billion wouldn't even get Pelosi a new hardwood floor on her plane or cool wingtips. $385 billion. I mean, Michelle Obama would spend that in one weekend. Oh, but that's more than a third of the current $1.1 trillion deficit, because that's what our deficit is, $1.1 trillion. Yeah. Try like 100.1 trillion. There's not enough money on the planet to pay off what we owe. But a VAT would have to be set so high, 30% at the federal level, with state sales taxes then on top of that. And this is what Fox News is pushing. See, they're softening you up. That's what that poll was for. That poll was to get you going, everybody needs to pay their fair share. Everybody. And so when they roll that out, they're going to say, this is to make sure everybody pays their fair share. Oh my God, you'll line up to vote for it. 5 years down the road, when you're standing in a bread line, and you watch, and they run out of bread, and then you see the limo pull up with Sean Hannity in it, and his chauffeur gets out and runs into the shop and comes out with 2 of the freshest loaves of bread you've ever smelled in your life, jumps back into his limo and speeds off. You can scratch your head and wonder about how you can tax yourself more to get Hannity to pay his fair share.